Hi guys, my name is Morgan and I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks within Tableau. This video will briefly explain some of the ways that you can manipulate the analytics within Tableau. So right now you can see that there's nothing populating in my data set because I have nothing in my columns or my rows. So let's go ahead and populate that. I'm going to go ahead and come over here and pick employee name and intent to stay. And I'm not really liking how this is looking, so you know what? I'm going to change these and switch them. So employee name is in the columns and the intent to stay pill is in the rows. These are called pills. So now you can see that by the employee name, you can tell what each respective employee's intent to stay would be. So right now we're in the Datas tab, and we're going to go ahead and look at the Analytics tab. More specifically, we're going to look right over here in the Models portion. And we're going to look at this first one, average with 95% CI. This adds one or more sets of average lines with distribution bands. The distribution bands are configured at a 95% confidence interval. You can add these items for a specific measure or for all measures. The confidence interval distribution bands shade the region in which the population average will fall 95% of the time. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on this. And now you can see this line populating. So it's showing us the 95% confidence interval that employees are voting on what they intend to say. So their intent to stay, their average intent to stay would be 4.28. So we can even manipulate this line further. If you right click on this line and you choose edit, there are lots of different things that you can do to edit this, and let's just go ahead over here, and right now we're selected at an average, but you can choose all of these different choices to manipulate the data and see what else, what other trends lie. Let's go ahead and manipulate this data further, and let's custom label the line. Let's label this line as line 2. And instead of the confidence interval being 95%, let's change it to 99 and see what that looks like. Let's press OK. And now we can see that the 99 confidence interval average is 4.31. So let's go back and let's go see what it was before. So it was 4.28 with a 95 confidence interval, intent to stay, and it's switched now to 4.3. So that's just one way that you can manipulate it. Let's go ahead and let's right click on this line and let's remove it. And let's look at this median with 95% CI. So this one adds one or more sets of median lines with distribution bands. The distribution bands are configured at a 95% confidence interval. You can add these items for a specific measure or for all measures. The confidence interval distribution bands shade the region in which the population median will fall 95% of the time. And that, of course, is when the 95% confidence is selected. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So it's going to go ahead and change our numbers. So the 95% confidence interval for intent to stay among employees is now 4. So let's go ahead and edit this information further. And it's going to look pretty much the same. And let's go ahead and see what else we can do to manipulate what that looks like. You're going to see kind of similar choices in which you can manipulate it, but let's just go ahead and see what this looks like if you select band, distribution, or box plot. And there are many different ways that you can manipulate this data depending on what you're trying to show. And if you wanted to go back and I liked to seeing this visual better, you can just press this back arrow, and let's just go ahead and look at all of the different ways in which you can view this data. And thank you for watching. That is the end of the video. Have a great day.